Hello and welcome to Inkscape for Teachers. In a previous tutorial we looked at curves of pursuit, some of those based on polygons of an odd number of sides, and those ones, such as the Pentagon, are a little bit more difficult because the rotated and dilated pentagons at each stage didn't quite line up and we had to manually adjust them, nudge them into place. It was a little bit rough. I've since discovered a way around that and I'll show you that now. So let's start with a fresh document. Under the Polygon tool, sure you've got 5 corners on polygon setting. Control Shift to drag out a polygon there. You might get a different fill and stroke depending on what you last used. I'll shift click the black to make that black, and I'll leave no fill. Under fill and stroke, Control Shift F to bring that up if you need to. Stroke style, I might make that 0.2. Okay, now if I want to align that flat on a base, I'll drag a ruler down from here until it snaps, and then go to the select tool, click the pentagon a second time and drag its centre of rotation to that corner there. It's not snapping because I haven't got centre of rotation snapping turned on. I'll do that, and custodes, yep, drag that down to there and it's snapping. Now rotate, oops, until it snaps. Would have been better to use a top corner there. Okay, let's get rid of the guide, don't need that anymore. We do need the rotation centre of the actual pentagon, not the bounding box. If I click on that twice, you'll see, I can shift click this cross there to reset it, but that's the centre of the bounding box, not the centre of the pentagon. It's a bit lower. To find that, we'll use Bezier pen tool and just draw our own guides. Click on midpoints there, and we'll click there to snap to a custode, and hopefully it'll snap to a midpoint. Yep, click enter. Do the same over here, click and midpoint, click enter, and so there's our centre of rotation. Again, click that twice, you can see it's a little bit above. Inkscape puts it above and that's not the right position for us. So what we'll do, click it twice, we'll drag this to there. Now it's not snapping, so we'll turn on intersection snapping. We want it to snap to the intersection of those two lines, which it's done now. Now we're right. But I'm going to leave these two lines because I'll need to relocate centres of rotation to that point there. Now I'll click the outer pentagon, I'll go edit, clone, create tiled clones, and P1 symmetry, shift, we'll put -100 in the X column, scale, -10 in both X and Y per column, rotation we'll put at 10 degrees. That's different for different pentagons. For a square, for example, would be 6.8 degrees, I think it was. I'll put 1 in here and 2 in here, but I thought I could do the whole lot at once. Let's just put 20 in there, I'll show you what goes wrong, and create. And I thought, oh yes, we're on the way, but they start diverging because it uses the same 10% reduction, 10% of the original pentagon each time, not 10% of the previous pentagon, which is a bit annoying. If it did that, we'd be able to just do it in one click and we'd have our curve of pursuit done. So I'll undo that. The best we can do is click on that and just do 2, which means the original and 1 more. If I click create, see it's in position now, but it's still selecting the outer pentagon. We want to change to the inner one now, but I'll click it a second time and see its centre of rotation has been shifted. I don't know why the heck it's over here. We'll drag it back to there, then we'll click create again. Again, that centre of rotation is for the previous one. If I click the inner one twice, there's its centre of rotation. We need to keep dragging that back all the time and clicking create. Click on the inner one twice, drag it back. Sort of a slow twice clicking rather than double clicking, because that'll give us the node tool. Oops, yep, dragged it back. So with that selected, create another one, select twice, drag the centre back, create. We keep going in this manner. I'll pause and do a few more. I've zoomed in a bit, but you can see I've got to this stage here. Now what I can do is, rather than keep going, I can duplicate this whole lot, shrink it and put it in the middle here. So I'll show you how we can do that. Will I get rid of these guys? Yeah, I think I can get rid of these ones now. Click, shift click, and delete those. What I'll do, before I do anything else, I'm going to unlink the clones because I want to be able to edit things, and you can only edit the original clone. But if I go edit clone, unlink clone, that gives me access to editing every line there. Now if I'll just temporarily group this, Control G, Control D to duplicate, and I'll just drag off that copy and shrink it down to about the size of the middle here. Okay, don't worry about this looking a bit strange, we can fix up the strokes later. In fact, maybe let's do it now. Under the stroke, fill and stroke menu, we can see that, okay, I'll need to ungroup it to do that, so look, I might leave that till later, because you need to ungroup that. Anyway, this inner pentagon here, just click on that. It's grouped, but I can control click to get that, and Control C and Control V just paste it over here. And I'm going to drag this one up till it snaps in the corner of this. There it is. Click it a second time, drag that centre of rotation to this corner, and then align it like that. Okay, so now these are aligned. I'm going to copy this, Control C, and I'm really only copying the size. Click on this one, go edit, paste size, and now that's exactly the same size as that. So what I can do is I can drag it in here, probably not a bad idea, that's a bit bolder, I can see it's different, and click it into place there, and that continues the pattern. What I'll do now is I'll select everything, Control U to ungroup 2 or 3 times, you might have subgroups, and change this to millimetres, it'll go to 0, and just crank it up to what we think is good. 0.2, 0.3 looks a bit much I think, 0.2, a bit of a lag. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So you can see there's one way of getting our curves of pursuit. I'll Control G to group that exactly using that clone facility. Okay, you can give it a colour just by control clicking the outer one and picking a colour that you want. But that's a way of getting a more precise curve of pursuit. A little bit fiddly, but thought I'd put that on record in this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.